Hi, and welcome to this MBL webinar. And today's topic is mastering slip and trip claims and the key issues that every PI lawyer should know. My name is Chris Kadaji. I'm a legal director at Irwin Mitchell, and I will be talking you through some of the key issues that we will need to think about when you're dealing with slip and trip cases. So, just by way of introduction, they are quite challenging types of cases. You will encounter quite a wide variety of different types of incident, and there are sort of an equally wide variety of causes of action and legal principles that apply to them. So it's really important that you've got a good understanding of these issues so that you can properly risk assess these cases and form an early view on the merits. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to look at the importance of identifying where and how the accident happened. In particular, is it a slip or is it a trip? How to identify potential defendants, the relevant legal duties and courses of action, what you're going to need to do in order to prove breach, the importance of causatively linking the breach to your client's injury, some relevant evidential considerations, and then some of the common challenges and pitfalls and how you can hopefully avoid or overcome them. So, the first thing that you're going to need to do when you are faced with a new case, which is either a slip or a trip, is to ask yourself two questions. And those two questions need to be, where did it happen and how did it happen? And the answers to those two questions are going to determine the potential defendants in the case, the duty that they owe to you, any defences that might be available to them, and what you're going to need to prove in order to successfully establish liability in the case and recover damages for your client. So when we're talking about where, you've basically got two options. You've got highways maintainable at public expense, and then anything else. So highways maintainable at public expense or anything else. That's the kind of differentiation you need to be clear about at the outset when you're thinking about where the incident occurred. Then, when you're thinking about how the incident occurred, we often have a tendency to kind of use slip and trip interchangeably or to kind of mean the same thing, but it is really important that you and your client are very clear about whether they slipped or whether they tripped. So a slip, that's if something has been left on the surface of the ground that created a slipping hazard, such as water, ice, grease, fallen vegetation, or indeed just because the fabric of the footway, the path, whatever, was just unnaturally slippy.